Toyota feeling. From the minute you see the all-new 1980 Toyota Corolla.
When I was but a wee lad, my dad had a bright yellow Toyota Corolla. This was at a time when speed limits were so low, you could actually get a ticket even in a car that could barely pull its own self down the road. Dad had a bit of a lead foot and was also an electronics technician, so he purchased one of the coolest gadgets ever, the FuzzBuster II. The 2 designation indicates improvements such as the addition of K-band radar detection and genuine simulated wood tone applique. The FuzzBuster was invented by electrical engineer Dale T. Smith, though it is worth noting his was not the first radar detector, but one of the most popular early examples. Dell had worked previously with the US government in the development of radar systems. Legend has it that he received a speeding ticket and later discovered the radar detectors in use by local law enforcement were way out of calibration, so he invented the FuzzBuster. Fuzz was a term used in the 70s to refer to law enforcement. The term FuzzBuster resonated with the public, particularly with the recently mandated 55-mile-per-hour limits, and sales were very strong. Through most of the 70s, radar detectors were in legal limbo, so it was a common sight to see owners suddenly ripping them from the top of the dashboard at the first alert of trouble. I found this particular example on eBay, and it appeared to have never even been taken out of the package. All of the original contents were there, including a spare light bulb. The aesthetic is pure 70s, and appears to be very ruggedly constructed. Though radar detectors were eventually legalized for most drivers, this was not the case for truckers, so it's interesting to note the FuzzBuster logo in the form of a big rig. At the rear of the device is the sensor, which is behind a tinted piece of plastic. When placed in clear view, radar signals could be detected for miles. It's kind of funny to think this device is so old, people apparently had to be instructed in the use of Velcro. Included in the package is this ad for a book that supposedly provided tips for dodging and disputing tickets. It's difficult to tell for sure from this small ad, but it would appear that the ticket book was a wealth of information for only $7, as it appears to be several inches thick. And of course, the FuzzBuster also included several accessories, as detailed in this bright yellow pamphlet. For only 98 cents, you could purchase more of the magical new Velcro material. Universal mounting brackets were also available for both big rigs as well as cars, and were mounted with adhesive pads. The FuzzBuster was pure simplicity in operation. A single dial controls power on and off, as well as range sensitivity. Interestingly, even indoors, when turned to maximum sensitivity, it still puts on a light show. And this is why I remember the FuzzBuster. At night you could turn it up just high enough to have it light up the entire car interior. The effect was particularly groovy when the disco tunes kicked in. Pure magic. So how could you go wrong? For $100 you could get a mobile light show, and you could avoid an unfortunate encounter with the Fuzz.